This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Will Run
Is this recording?
This is your host Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron,
Hello.
Michael,
Don't move.
and Diana.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice it was recording.
Look, it's fine. Here's the thing.
Nobody move.
There's something weird going on with our cords touching or something, and it's causing static. So we're trying to be as
Everybody has to sit
still as possible.
It's very hard for me. I don't like to sit still. Oh my god, it's been a while since we've done this. I feel out of practice and unready.
So we apologize if there is some interference that comes through on this episode.
Yeah, it should be all right mostly.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll see what happens.
I'm wiggly, so
and whether Michael can edit around it.
Yep.
Diana has to stay 100% still for the next
impossible.
hour and a half. It's going to be.
it's
We should just throw this whole
impossible.
setup in the trash right now.
Just,
Oh my god. So the first drunk episode dropped. How'd you feel about that?
Guys,
Oh, and this is the edited version, by the way.
how much did you edit out? A lot?
Well,
He actually didn't edit as much as I expected.
I didn't have to edit out a lot, but what I had to edit out were long gaps of thinking in between asking questions,
Yeah, because he would be like, "Can I ask a question?"
but not in a
And
fast
then
manner.
nobody would
Yeah.
say anything because everyone was waiting for Tom
I'll tell
to
you.
say something, and it would just be like this. Like,
It was I always listen. And it was I was like, oh, this is kind of funny, and then I just kept listening, and I'm like, oh god, this is just it just became more and more increasingly cringy, and like
well, that's what.
every question that we asked,
You had a follow up.
I had one or two follow up questions. Like, hold on.
And then when I said something to make fun of you, you were like, "Aaron," and you got super mad at me, and I'm like, "What, like,
Guys.
Tom? What is happening?" And it's so funny because I was talking to Meg, and she was like, at first I was like, "This isn't bad, it's fine," and then you just keep listening, and you're like, "Oh no, there it is."
It made me uncomfortable. I cannot imagine how it made her feel. So, again, to our listeners, I apologize.
I think everyone else loved it.
I'm very interested to see what the next Inside the Runner Studio sounds like.
Me too. I haven't edited that yet.
Because I feel like by the fourth one that we did, I might have gotten better.
I do agree with that.
But the first one was not good.
Rough.
All
Oh.
right, so just a programming note: no bottomless crushes / mimosas / Bloody Marys. 2 hours.
before the next
2 hours
Runner
before we're supposed to
Studios.
record.
Just mix them all up.
The official, are we sponsoring them or are they sponsoring us? I'm about to break into the salt and sugar bakehouse cookies that are sitting on my lap right now.
I think we're sponsoring each other. I think it's a codependent relationship.
Codependency. We have a
just
codependent
asking, asking for a friend.
relationship.
Do we have any show notes? We got this episode. Well,
Loopy
we're
Looper's
gonna
coming
do
up.
A Loopy Looper. I was looking
Yeah.
at the calendar. So we got this episode. We'll do an Inside the Runner Studio. We'll do maybe a preview for Loopy, and then you'll end up getting like kind of a Loopy long thing because we're going to do the 7th, 8th. It may not come out on the 7th because Michael is running Loopy
for 24
Looper.
hours, yeah.
So it may be a day late, but we're going to drop in on the ground of Loopy, where Diana and I, or mostly me, will be
Waste it.
I'm bringing a baby pool.
That's a good idea.
walking around asking random questions of Tom and Michael. And then we will do our recap. And then sometime in August, we'll be off. Labor Day weekend will be off
For labor pains.
for labor pains.
Mm.
That's not why we'll be off, but
Works out.
Just works out that way.
Yeah.
So,
Tom, you actually could have done Labor Pains this year because Charles Street 12 is not on Labor Day this year like it always is.
Whoa.
No.
It's like the first time it's, and I've been doing Charles Street 12 for 8 or 9 years since I started running. And
when is it?
It's always Labor Day weekend. It's the weekend after.
They moved it.
It's
You
weird.
can still do it. You can still sign up, Tom.
You can. You know who's doing it? Or might be doing it, and maybe you'll have to ask.
Or is at least showing up to drink?
He's definitely showing up to drink. Frumpa. He did say that he might do sign up and do a few loops.
I'm not hating on Frumpa, but
But
there's no way he's going to do that.
Are you saying he's just going to show up and drink some beer?
Why is he not going to do
I'm
that?
not. No comment.
also, I don't have it in me to cheer 2 of these guys. I don't have it in me to sit.
Well, this one's only 12 hours.
Oh,
And there's a bar.
And there's a bar. Like there's a
a
full
bar.
Yes,
Oh.
there's
Yes.
a full bar.
All right, let me-
because it's at a German club.
Let me take it back.
like
Frumpa, if you want to do this, I'll do it with you.
yeah, so they have a full service bar there.
Didn't I just
Great.
say that no more drinking and podcasting?
Look, you said that. I didn't.
Yeah, it's true.
What about drinking and hiking for 12
Oh
hours?
God.
How's the terrain?
It is
It's a little bit rockier.
rocky at
You
times.
have you. I got him. I got him his speed goats.
I do
for-
have the
Oh,
goats.
for his
awesome.
birthday.
I just got a new pair of speed goats, actually.
So-
Oh, nice. Are you going to wear them for the first time when you're on the trails?
I did. I wore them doing like 10 miles in Whistler. in the
Unbelievable.
mountains.
Whistler.
Yeah. Yep.
And Ollie is giving me a look.
What's the cookie?
Well, our puppy got a little bit of a sting on his paw, and he's just sitting over there like I said. Well, he's passed out right now,
He's sleeping.
but he was walking around like a little sad sack, and it just breaks my little heart.
Aw.
I could see a
I don't even-
human get stung by a bee, and I'd be like, well, you know,
I know. There's a difference, though.
there's a difference. Michael, when you're done chewing, do we have any new 5-star reviews?
We do, apparently. Hopefully we didn't read these before. We don't think we did. So we're going to read them now.
They sounded new.
We sounded new. Stephanie D, I love listening to you guys, even though you are hundreds of miles away.
Aw,
You're all near and dear to my heart
hey.
and laughing in my ear as I run those weekly miles. I hope to meet up with you all at Princess Weekend. I got in for the half marathon.
Oh, yay!
Congratulations. When is Princess?
February.
February,
It's
yeah.
usually the weekend after President's Day.
Yep. I will not be there for Princess. Aaron sometimes goes and cheers, but there's usually a huge crew of people there, so lots of people to connect
that's for
with.
sure. Disney Runner 1681, who we believe is Meg. If you guys are awesome, love the energy and realness you bring to this running podcast. I'm always entertained, whether I listen while running, walking, or commuting. Also, I think Tom should add an extra couple of miles for my review because, well, the Bottomless Brunch Runner Studio.
You owe her.
I
You
do.
owe her.
That's my penance.
As we've heard one of them already.
Oh my god. They will get slightly better as they go.
Hopefully.
As they go.
Yeah.
Which one is next?
Bria.
Bria?
Bria. Sorry.
Look.
Brianna.
She hates us.
Yeah.
It's only been, I don't know.
God.
It's the best. I really wanted him to say the name because I wasn't sure. I wasn't actually 100% sure because we did.
It's
But
Brianna.
it is
Brianna.
because we did. Linda and Mike.
They were
last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
God.
So because we were on vacation for 2 weeks, I haven't trimmed my mustache and it's tickling my nose and driving me crazy.
Oh, it sounds adorable.
This whole entire podcast. Driving me insane.
No, it's not what I was expecting him to say.
No, I thought he was
it's-
going to say something about Lyndon Mike,
Oh, no, it wasn't about them.
who I love.
They were very fun to have on.
Yeah.
So, I hate to ask it,
Oh, God.
because it's been a little bit of time, and you two have been off gallivanting in the Pacific Northwest and Whistler and Canada and Canada. But
Mhm.
what are we running for this week?
Ooh, I got something good.
I'll go first
Okay, Michael's gonna go first.
I love
because I got to go trim my hair.
I love that little exchange. Aaron's like, I got something. Michael's like, I'll go first.
I am running for my future Canadian citizenship.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Thank you to the people of Canada for being considerate human beings, knowing how to drive, respecting pedestrians. Thank you.
I have
Thank
missed
you
our
all.
Mike on the
For
road.
not modifying.
Mike's on the road of New Jersey segment.
Yeah.
Look at this D hole over here on this running directly into a pole. It's just like live footage.
We got the first after the first day. Michael turned to me. He's like, "Do you know what you hear?" I'm like, "I don't understand the question." He's like, "That's the point. There's nothing to hear.
Well-
It's so quiet here. There's no cars that are like modified to like be backfiring. There's no motorcycles. There's no honking. There's no like. It's quiet. Like we're in
There's
the middle
normal
of the
traffic
city.
sound.
There's normal traffic sound, but we're in the city and no one honks.
Yeah.
We heard
at
like
each other.
two horns like in a week.
So weird.
Like
In the middle of the city too.
yeah. Not like
Like in Whistler or like
Yeah.
where it was like more, but like in the middle of Vancouver City.
Look,
It was weird.
it's universal healthcare. It's ketchup flavored Doritos.
Oh, my God.
that'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
It's Ryan Gosling.
But oh man, the food in Vancouver, holy moly.
everything
That town.
about Vancouver. It's
Wow.
like my life's mission now
I would like
to live there.
for you guys to go in the middle of winter and see if you
We
have
already
the
talked
same
about that.
reaction.
Yeah, we've already.
It's
had
actually
this
not that
conversation.
cold there in the winter. It doesn't snow a whole lot there, but it
Mm.
does get dark early.
Yeah.
It's the dark early part.
Yeah.
Actually, more so than the
The cold.
cold.
Yeah.
So-
We're working that out.
Yeah, we've already started looking at properties.
Oh, my God.
or apartments, rentals. Yeah,
We've started looking into like what it would take for us to live there.
at least part of the year anyway.
Parts of the year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We walked neighborhoods to assess each neighborhood.
Yeah, we walked a couple. There's a couple more that we'd want to check out, but
So.
we went walking for some walks.
Hey, look, we
Um,
have passports.
No, neither of us have a passport right now. That's absolutely not true.
Hey, look, we can get passports.
Because Tom lost his, and then I thought I lost mine, so I did all the work to cancel it and like void it out, and then I found it like 2 days later.
Oh God. Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Well.
Of course.
Oh, God.
I have a good Canadian story. Me and my friend Mike took a road trip up to Niagara Falls. We visited some people along the way, and then we were crossing over into Canada. Well, we crossed into Canada and went to like the casino, and then I was like, the exchange rate is like $1.50 to $1. He's like, yeah. I was like, so if we took out all of our money out of the ATM, and we're legally allowed to drive
Oh, no.
and drink at this time, so that's how old we were. If we took all of our money out and then converted it back, would we get 150% of our money back? And neither of
God.
us, we sat there for like a minute. We're like, this can't be true. Like, that's impossible. No one's figured this out yet. Aaron, what are you running for?
Oh, my God.
trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Aaron, we're stupid.
Just paying conversion fees for no reason.
Just,
I'm running for the mountain life.
oh.
Because as we talked about Vancouver is the best of all worlds, and it includes like being 20 minutes from mountains that you can climb and see beautiful views of the bay and the water and the beach, and everything is amazing and beautiful. And then we went up to Whistler, which is only about 2 hours away, and I did my first real trail run in a year,
Amazing.
maybe more, at like 7,000 feet of elevation. And it was like just unbelievable to be on top of the world. And I belong in the mountains and on trails.
Here's the thing.
So I'm running for the mountain life.
I'm so glad that you're back.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
You know, like, okay, so I'll go to a concert and I'll post like on Instagram, like a few sentences or up to like a paragraph or so. I was waiting for your multi-paragraphed Eat, Pray, Love synopsis of your vacation.
Mhm.
I'm waiting for it.
It might still be coming. We'll see.
It better.
Dinner drafts.
We'll see. I was posting daily pictures because it was just too beautiful to like not share like what we were seeing daily.
Yeah.
It looked
So I was
like
posting like 10. It's hard too because Instagram you can only do 10 pictures, so it's just a snapshot of the day, real quick.
Yeah.
it looked like a very beautiful, very
I just
whimsical vacation.
Yeah.
between that and I should maybe I should have run for purebred and left my mountain life for my something good. I don't know. Here we go. We found this bakery called Purebred, and the moment I walked in, I was like, I'm going to eat here every single day we were in Whistler. And every single day we were in Whistler, I went back for all of my pastries and all of my baked goods because it was amazing.
I love
Yeah. It was very good.
Your food looked amazing.
that. Yeah.
Like all of the locations you guys were at looked amazing. That tomahawk steak, like very jealous of a lot of your recent comings and goings.
Recently, we didn't get it. Weren't we somewhere and somebody got a tomahawk? At California Grill. California Grill.
Oh, gotcha.
Mhm.
I think that's...
Yeah, they have that giant
Mickey and
tomahawk
Scott
there.
did. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. I
Yeah.
was thinking, why does that sound so familiar?
So what are you guys running for?
From
I mean, I'm running from a lot.
A lot of things.
I'll jump in. It's so funny because literally I think at Springtime Surprise, Aaron and I went on a rant about how we had too much crap and how we've got too many sparkle skirts and too much raw threads and too blah. And then like raw threads has been hitting it out of the park recently. And
ridiculous.
I feel like they've pulled me back in and I'm just randomly buying stuff. And then I'm like, oh, they're doing their $12 shirt deal.
I know.
I like that one. So I'm just going to order one tank top today and then get that shirt. So then the tank tops are like $30 a piece. And then I'm in a hellscape. So
it makes it more palpable though, right? Because you're like, oh, well, I really want that $12 t-shirt. So let me just grab. And Diana just saw me like as I came up to record, I was opening my new Raw Threads package because I had ordered some and then I had them hold them to ship
I'm wearing
until we got home.
One of my $12 shirts now. I've just gone crazy for the Raw Threads, and like 3 days ago they released some of their stuff for Springtime Surprise that's all Hawaiian themed. And it's phenomenal. So I'm in a bad place financially.
I just bought the Raw Threads means family or is family or whatever. The Ohana, Raw Threads is Ohana or something like that.
So I'm running for all my new Raw Threads. I wore one last night and I posted a video, which I just re-uploaded because I noticed it didn't upload. And I got all new summer ones. I got
shout out to Jen
and all the good Raw Threads.
Yeah. Shout out to Jen who is killing it with the designs.
Yeah. Awesome.
I am running for my date with Destiny at Loopy Looper. My training in general, but my running has been incredibly inconsistent.
Yeah.
And
well, we better hope it cools down.
Just like the air quality.
Yeah. So Loopy's coming up. I'm trying to put any kind of training together for the next 2-ish weeks. And we'll see what happens.
I wouldn't go crazy. I would just take it as it comes that day. Walk it, trot a little bit if you can, just to break up the walking stride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your feet don't suffer.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go. I would just take it very, very easy.
Yeah, because your feet were destroyed doing the saunter, and I think it's because it was all walking.
The good
we're
thing,
gonna lube his feet up regularly.
Well, the good thing
I'll
is
be there to make sure they're lubed.
The loop itself is not that big. right?
Yeah, it's only 3 3/4 miles.
So
essentially.
you can make adjustments.
Yeah.
Fairly well.
Yes.
You know.
If you have an issue, stop, take your shoes off, clean up.
Yeah, you can
Redo
sit
'em.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have time to think about it and take care of it and all that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the good thing about a loop is you're not just out there figuring it out. You're like, oh, I'm a mile away.
Yeah.
And then I'll take my shoes off and clean my feet
Right,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe instead of water in my baby pool, we'll just fill it with lube, and then you can take your shoes off and step into a baby pool of lube.
Jello.
And then
A Vaseline
God.
pool.
Amazing.
would you bring me coffee?
No, because you don't like coffee.
I know, but drinking hot coffee in a baby pool full of lube sounds like something I want to be a part of. Frumpa, get in this hot tub.
Baby pool full
Baby
of
pool
lube.
full of lube.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So basically surviving Loopy Looper is the only goal that I have for the next couple of weeks.
Look at that.
And now, it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, you runs the shit.
All right, so let's jump into it. Our friend Chiquita, she finished my 100-mile race.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
My feet are still healing after a month. That sounds
hear you.
familiar.
Just talking about that. Like, I feel like we just
This
had this
feels like a
conversation.
familiar story from May from two of us.
She could use a baby pool full of lube.
Yes.
I was not prepared for what was about to happen to my feet. Nobody can ever prepare you for what I endured. Oh my God. I learned about running an ultra, but most importantly, I learned so much about myself and what I'm capable of. I can't wait to do it again.
Wow.
Awesome.
Good job.
Love it.
Good job.
I love it. Mal, who has been posting like crazy this summer. I feel like she's actually been training. Unlike some of us, me. I think you know mine by heart. This past
Yes.
week, it's been rough, and I haven't done what I should. I was just praising you for being consistent.
Well, it's the strength
Yeah.
training thing that she keeps saying that she just keeps running and not getting up to do like the
The
biking
strength.
and the strength training. So that's her copy and paste.
Oh, I see. Well, my tip is I go into, I don't know if you can do this with other apps, but Peloton lets you stack, and I stack, and then my brain doesn't have to think about it. I can be a trained
fair.
monkey, and I just let it play, and then I do what the machine tells me to do. All right. B. Lego?
Brittany, yeah. She actually, when she was on, I think she said that she doesn't even know how she intended.
Oh,
for it
good.
to be said.
Oh.
That's helpful.
So it's just Brittany. All right. First goal is to make y'all struggle through my IG handle. There it is.
Mission accomplished.
Fitness goal is to really
I
say.
didn't even read that.
I didn't read it. I didn't read past the first one.
That's amazing.
Oh God! Now we're just getting trolled
that
at
just
this
made me
point.
laugh.
All right. Fitness goal is to really stay consistent with my runs as training for Marine Corps wraps up. It's been a while since I've stuck to a true training program, and I really want to stay strong this round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
When is Marine Corps?
October?
Yes, it's usually the last weekend in October.
Okay.
And then Wendy, I completed my big ass goal. We were just like bragging about her over the weekend. Race across the West. Still a little mind blown that I actually finished. My next goal while I'm in my off season and not allowed on my hand cycle as much is to get my coaching license.
Ooh.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
that would be awesome.
And then EcoFit in her amazing dog content. My goal is to get. Did you see with the little cone of shame?
Oh.
Oh, baby. Sorry, I did dogs. My goal is to get better from this stupid summer funk going on 2 weeks now so I can get back into training again. I want to check off state number 25 next weekend in Washington. Is that WA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you ever just feel like an absolute moron when
Yes.
you're reading? Like you don't know what you know. And still going strong on my 10,000 plus steps a day goal. I haven't missed a day yet. I cannot believe that.
That's
is
crazy.
Incredibly,
good.
incredibly impressive.
Yeah, someday mine buzzes and it's like, are you dead? Have you moved? Let me know if you have any bunny questions. Pup is slowly healing from her spay, so we're trying to keep her from acting up too much. Little baby. Cone of shame.
All right, and we have Laurie Bennett. I'm almost afraid to put this out in the universe, but here it goes. I'm working towards qualifying for Boston. Not sure how many years it will take or if I can even do it, but I am going to try.
You got this.
Brooklyn Spoke. My goal is to stay injury-free through a rather intense training cycle for the Berlin Marathon, Goofy Challenge, and Dumbo Double Dare.
Oof, that's a lot.
That is a lot. What's the Dumbo Dumbo
That's the
Double
one
Dare?
that we tried to get in. That's the
the half full, or half full, half.
No, it's the Dumbo it's the Dumbo Challenge. It's the Disneyland Challenge. So it's the
Oh, gotcha.
10K and the half marathon.
Oh, okay. I missed the Berlin Marathon last year due to a TFL strain and want to make sure I get there this year in good shape. I folded yoga for runners into my training once a week, which is acting as a bit of prehab.
Nice.
I'm also trying to break 4 hours at Berlin, which would be a huge PR for me as my fastest marathon is 4:08:23.
Oof.
I think I can do it if I am smart about my training and listen to my body. Mostly, I just want to have a lot of fun. Feel very lucky to get to do these races with so many people chasing their own goals, especially at Disney. It's arguably the best way to be a Disney adult.
I agree.
With Megan, Beach Runner 78, I think my mojo is coming back. It's only been 2 weeks, but I've done every workout on my plan.
Nice.
Jen runs a 50. My goal is consistency with runs and strength workouts for dopey training. So far, so good, but the mileage is still low. Still struggling after my accident, but slowly coming back. Hoping the injection I got in my back helps.
Oof. Yeah, that was a little while ago, so slow comeback, but you'll come back strong.
I run for margaritas. My only goal until about October is not to melt. This is a lofty goal considering that I live on the surface of the sun.
I
AKA
feel
Florida.
like everybody lives on the surface of the sun these days. It's hot everywhere.
Yeah, it feels like it. And then it's just cupcakes, right?
Yes.
I run for cupcakes and donuts. My goal is to start increasing my long runs on weekends as I prepare for my first marathon in October.
I do find it ironic that the last two have the I
Yes.
run for, because we are the will run for. So
That's
now we
true.
know what you guys will run for.
Yes, I run far was already taken. So. All right.
All right. We got Snarky, who says that her goal is to have no more pain. Foot feels good, but now my neck is all out of sorts.
Oh, my God.
Putting it out there in the universe that I will be pain-free ASAP. Ugh.
Snarky,
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible. Like, I think people just don't exist pain-free. I think we're all just in a constant state of misery.
It just, yeah.
Probably true.
Yeah, it's fair.
Bria. It's my last week of physical therapy. Theoretically, anyway. Following up with my ortho next week.
Oh, hopefully it is your last week.
Crossed.
Fingers crossed, definitely. Yes.
Stephanie is running again. To meet my half marathon goals at Wine and Dine, I signed up for a local training program with Fleet Feet to stay accountable
Nice.
for those long runs. That's a great way to do that.
Yeah.
I have not ran a half since the Princess Virtual 2023, and I wanted to make the virtual Wine and Dine 2023 and in-person Princess 2014 half
2024.
2024
We're not going back in time. Sorry.
half as a good experience. Sorry, I apparently don't know how to read.
We're old. That's all it is.
Oh God! All right, and then we have Meg. Stick to 3 days of running a week.
That's perfect. That's a great goal.
That
Very
is
yeah.
nice and simple, obtainable. Eureka?
I have a question about this handle.
Okay.
I need to know if this, because it's X, Eureka X. I need to know if this is a straight edge thing or not.
Okay.
Straight
That's my
edge
question. Look, I grew up a straight edge kid. Like
Yeah, where everyone did the
Michael's
Always do the
X's.
X.
Michael's
everyone
pulling
did
up
the
his
X's.
Tumblr like he's.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was long, but I was like maximum rock and roll printed stuff,
Oh my
like
God.
hand printed zines from Kinko's.
Oh my God. Stop it. Oh God. All right. She wants to finish the Eidenhoven half.
Oh.
Finish
Is
strong.
that in the Netherlands?
Yes, because
Yes.
she is one of our
Netherlander.
yes, she's what puts us on the charts in the
Nice.
Netherlands.
We're
Nice.
big in the Netherlands.
We're big- We are trying to pass Rise and Run in the Netherlands.
Look.
If we can pass Rise and Run in the Netherlands and claim the Netherlands as our own, we can hold it over Greg's head for the rest of his life.
I want a shirt that says
gosh.
"Big in the Netherlands."
All right, raw threads.
All right.
Your move, Raw
Get on it, Raw
Threads.
Threads.
Oh God. Dawn B. Joyful says she decided to keep the run walk of at least a mile a day going that she had going in June.
Oh,
I like
cool.
it.
Very good goal.
Life is a marathon.
That's
That
adorable.
was a good. That's a good play.
That's adorable.
I like that. Okay. All right. That's a new to us handle. I'm not sure if it was an old handle that got changed to something else or if you're new around here, but lovely to see you. Hoping to test out new intervals at the Big 10K race this weekend.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Go get it.
That was the last minute goal getters, and we got a lot of people to
Yeah.
hop in. That was awesome.
I like how Michael was just like, we're recording sometime.
We hadn't decided when at that point, so I couldn't put a date on it. So there is that. I had to say soon because I didn't know how soon it was going to be, whether it was going to be today or in 2 days from now.
Yeah. So yeah, what are we doing today? Just giving like general updates on what's been going
Yeah,
on.
I mean, it's
yeah.
summertime.
You-
I feel like
you ran-
listenership.
I ran a
Right?
race.
Like everyone's busy.
Oh, you ran a race?
Oh, you ran a race?
Diana
yeah,
ran a race.
I ran a race.
When you guys had defected to Canada on the 4th of July, Diana ran
Oh,
a
that's
10K.
right. I remember seeing that.
I did ran a 10K.
I do remember
And
seeing
I
that.
actually think here's the thing. I posted a photo of it and I tagged it as a 5K, but I'm going to give you a listener exclusive. When I was posting that picture on Instagram, Tom's shadow is in it and it looked like he had a sticking out of him. So it was like, it was like how he was holding how I killed Aaron.
It's only it's,
So when I was uploading the photo, I like found like a little like fireworks guy or like a little hot dog
put it
or
over
something, put it
top
on
of it.
top of it. So I wasn't like paying attention to what I was typing. And I called it a 5K, I think. I killed Aaron.
I always take a sip of water at like literally the worst times because I'm not
It
talking.
looked-
So let me just take this little quick sip of water, and then we're talking about Tom's.
It's bad.
Yay! I mean,
It was like a
we
shadow. And like, I remember when he was taking the photo, he kept moving because he's like, the shadow is weird. Like the shadow is in the photo. And we're like, it's fine.
look.
And
I
it's
need
fine.
to. I
It's
need to
just-
go. Was it?
It was like on the fort. I don't know. I did it as a story. So I don't know if it's gone or not. But I'll send it to you. We can post it.
We were busy celebrating Canada Day.
Oh, yeah. That's October. Isn't it like October 17th?
No, it was last weekend, actually.
No, it was July 1st.
Yeah, it was July
I'm thinking
1st.
about their
Thanksgiving. Yes.
You know exactly what I was thinking of.
Yes.
So we signed up for the Arbutus 10K, Firecracker 10K. It's a small local race. I wanted to do a race on the actual 4th because I've never done one. So I literally just Googled it. And it was relatively cheap. It was like $35. It was like a t-shirt.
That's not bad.
No medal or anything. And then I kind of just threw it out there. And so Nicole and Ryan ran with me. So let me talk about like the good stuff. So it was exactly on the 4th of July. Arbutus is adorable. It was cute little neighborhoods. They also do a parade. So people were already out for like the parade. So there were like tons of people out. People love it. They were all cheering. Like some of the houses had like freezy pops and people had like their sprinklers going.
Oh, that's adorable.
And like in the street so you could run, and like little kids were out there with like hose misters and like spraying you as you ran by. So that was great. You got a nice cute little t-shirt with it. I'd never really run there before. But yeah, it kind of looked like your town, like lots of old kind of historic homes, very cute. Afterwards, the like food spread was incredible. So they had snowballs, which are like a Baltimore thing. They're kind of like they're like a snow cone, but not like, I don't know how to else describe them. They're like between a snow cone and like a shaved ice. Like they're somewhere in the middle. But like you can really only get them kind of in and around Baltimore. Like there are things. They had those. They had hot dogs. They had like a full sheet cake they had cut out.
Oh my God.
They had cans of Coke, cans of ginger ale, like juices, Gatorades, full-size candy bars. Like I just grabbed like a pack of Skittles, like a full pack of Skittles. They had little like cupcakes, and they had like everything. It was awesome. So that was fantastic.
So did you put the little slothy guy
Yes.
with holding the things over top of the thing that looks like
Yes.
is
I was
Tom's
yes.
thing sticking out?
Yes.
Stop.
Sorry, guys. I was doing a deep dive into our archive
Oh my God.
to see what I could see.
It's so great. It's so great. God. But like the whole community came out, and they had like plates, and the plates were like,
Oh wow.
they were from like someone's grandma's like basement. They were like clown birthday plates from like the 1980s.
Oh my God.
It was like the cutest thing ever. And it was a pretty big race. I don't know how I hadn't heard of it. Apparently it was like, it's like 40th year or something.
Yeah.
Here's the bad. The bad
Oh, boy.
is that it didn't start until 8 a.m.
Oof.
And we were on the sun's anus, basically. It was so freaking hot. The second thing is, apparently, Arbutus is just a series of large hills.
Oh God. Hot and hilly.
Hot and hilly. So that was miserable. We were like, this should have started at 7 a.m.
It should have.
Because it was so freaking hot. So we were doing our intervals. We were actually, and a ton of fast people do that race. Because we lost like a huge group of people immediately. And like our first like 3 or 4 miles, we were doing like 12-minute miles. We were like keeping a pretty good pace. And then we started to like fade. And at one point, Nicole was like, all right, like, is someone going to suggest we're going to switch the interval anytime? Because like we're all just suffering. So we finally switched the interval. And everyone was like, I didn't want to be the one to do it. Or I think I said I was a giant baby at the 10-miler, so I wasn't going to do it today. So I was glad she said something, but it was insanely hot that day. But that was my only complaint. But if they made it earlier, I feel like I would do it. But I don't know. I feel like that race is very weather dependent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like that about all the 4th of July races, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
every
so
4th of
hot.
July race
Yeah.
is always like, it's a toss up what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And most likely, it's going to be hot.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I felt good. Like we had run on Saturday, but we kind of cut it a little short because we were doing a 10K on Thursday or on Tuesday. Charm City Run training kicked off again on July 1st. So I've been doing that. And I don't know, I've been really like consistent. I've been getting out and I've been running 3 to 4 times a week and doing strength and doing Peloton. And I found like a really good balance and rhythm. So I'm actually in it. This afternoon when we walked the dog, because Tom worked from home today, I was walking around like a little old lady screaming, I'm so glad tomorrow's a rest day because my legs are really tired because I've been doing a ton of Peloton strength. My company closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I took off Thursday, Friday and did the pool and all that. But I think I said that I had joined Capital Sup. I have a membership there for
That's right,
for
you
the
talked about
stand-up
supping.
paddling. Yeah.
for stand-up paddleboard and kayaking and all that goodness. So I've gone kayaking. I did stand-up paddleboard like 4 times, which is great. And then I realized my watch can track the sup. Which I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, karate does that.
I
Yeah.
saw that, yeah.
When I was out hiding in the shade, I started playing with my watch and I was like, ooh, so I got like half of one. So now I'm going to be able to start doing that, but I'm getting better. I'm definitely more confident. So now when I go out there, I'm kind of practicing like turning and stopping and all that good stuff. And my whole body's not shaking.
Yeah. That seems like something where you have to stay calm to keep the balance, basically,
Yeah.
right?
But yeah, overall it was a good experience and I'm feeling a good place. I'm still planning out what fall is going to look like. I'm scared to commit to anything for some reason. I don't know why. I don't want to just pull the trigger on some stuff, but I'm just feeling stuff out right now. How about you, Tom? Tom just got back from a run.
Uh-oh. Hot one. Hot run.
It was a hot one. It's fine. I'm out of running shape for me, and that's not great. But I'm planning on, because Diana's running group meets at like 6 a.m. on Saturday, and I'm probably going to go with her and just get some miles in.
Yeah.
Get
Slow
them in,
and steady.
Get them in when I can fit them in.
Yeah, you've been doing dog walks and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how many miles a day do you walk?
like 4,
I mean, that's pretty
like all
pretty
in,
consistent.
pretty consistent.
4 to
Yeah,
5.
That's a pretty consistent amount of miles.
Yeah, Indy's not good in the heat.
No,
Like,
yeah.
And Archie
yeah.
wasn't great, but like Indy's a little bit worse because I think he's got some husky in him. Because I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but when it started to get kind of warm Marchish, I was like pulling just chunks of like his undercoat out. You know how like huskies will shed like that, and I was able to just pick just chunks of hair out of him. So he's got whatever's mixing him up is just rejecting the heat.
So I've been dog walking. I did randomly sign up for the Baltimore Half Marathon.
Oh, there you go.
Diana signed up too, right? Because that's her favorite race of all time.
Nope.
But I was looking at our training schedule. I have to do 15 miles that day.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Oh, there you go.
See, mine as well.
Oh, for the marathon that you're doing?
for the Ocean City full.
Yeah, Ocean City full.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Oy
Ah.
vey.
Yeah.
Everything always seems like a good idea when we sign up for them.
I think that's why I'm reluctant to try do anything in the fall.
I think that's my problem,
Yeah.
though. It's like I don't have much on the calendar. I mean, Loopy, yes. This marathon, yes. But like,
Other than a 24-hour race.
Yeah.
I know he keeps saying that, and that makes me laugh every time because I'm like, "But you did have something on the calendar
Yeah.
called." But I
think
feel like it's
so
because
abstract.
it's a different, because it's a different type of thing that
I
like you
agree.
don't quite.
There's
Like
no
it's not
set
the same.
anything.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I got a marathon train. It's just sort of like, all right, I've signed up for this thing, and I'm just going to go out and see what happens.
Yeah.
like you can't compare it to Dopey because it's in 24 hours, and then you're whatever you do is what you do. Like
Yeah.
Dopey, you can only complete that if you've put in the miles consistently over
the
your,
time.
your entire fall. So,
Yeah. And I think with the dopey training last year is just so intensive that
A lot of burnout.
I just don't want to I want to enjoy fall. Like I want to go and do pumpkins and stuff we didn't do last year. Where even
That's
though
true.
we finished our runs at noon after, I don't know, doing long runs Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you just don't feel like doing anything.
Yep.
And
it's hard in the summer, man.
yeah.
And
It is.
It sucks because
Just you know what you need to do? You need to go to the Pacific Northwest
all right,
And just walk.
and just
let me ask. You
Walk.
each get 3 highlights of your beautiful vacation. I'm putting you on the spot. You can go back and forth. You were just in Canada for, I don't know, a month and a half. However long you were gone. It seemed like forever.
11 days.
All right, so each of you give me 3 highlights. Don't overthink it.
I mean, the run for me was my highlight because it was not. I mean, we didn't really. It wasn't really. It was more of a run hike,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't really call it a run. It was constantly stopping. I mean, we saw a bear. Michael, shockingly, was not as excited as I was about seeing.
No,
this bear.
all right. Let me explain what happened. The bear was down the hill from us in an opening. The bear looked at us and started walking towards us because clearly this bear is around people all the time because this is a major ski resort. So he's like, "Oh, people, they probably have food and are suckers, so I'm going to walk towards them." And she's like, "Oh, I'm just going to keep taking pictures." And I'm like, "No."
He was
Let's
clearly
move.
far enough away that it would have
Noted biologist and bear expert Aaron here is telling us the bear was far enough away.
All I'm saying is that I obviously knew that if he started moving actually towards us, which he didn't.
He wasn't aggressive. I wasn't saying he was
stopped moving.
Yeah, he wasn't aggressive.
3 seconds afterwards, and then we moved, and the bear started moving again because that's what he's on a hill. He's grazing. He was not coming towards us.
First of all, this is the exact content that I hoped to get out of you. All right, so what else was good?
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just so happy you got to be back out there in nature, which you love because you just missed it so much. And I know it felt like you had a hole in your heart because you weren't there. And I'm just so happy you got
it was
to
just
be
beautiful.
back out
And
there.
every single time you came around the corner because you're like, oh my God, look at this mountain, look at these flowers, look at that thing. And then you're like, this can't get much better. And then you go around the corner and you're like, holy crap, look at this mountain, look at this glacier, look at this. And you're like, what is happening? How does this place just get better and better with every single step you take?
Speed round. Come
Michael.
on. What else is good?
Let's see. Gondolas were fun. I enjoyed those. They have an amazing gondola system
There is a gondola that goes 2.7 miles
from mountain to mountain.
from mountain to mountain, and 2 miles of it do not have towers. It is literally just the cable car itself
Dangling
on the
1,500
cable
feet in the air.
for 2 full miles, just dangling in the air.
Mm.
And I refused to look. I was the amusement of because of course this one wasn't the small one where it's a bigger one. So
Held
they
15
put more people
probably,
in it. And so everyone's laughing at me as I'm like, oh my God, clinging onto Michael's leg. But I did a lot of scary things that I did not. Highlight.
Zip lining.
Zip lining was definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
Love it. I love zip lining.
Yeah, zip lining was definitely a highlight.
What else? Oh, just food was incredible everywhere. All different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we did a fancy Japanese meal.
I saw that.
Where they had sushi. It was delightful.
Oh, we went to Storybrooke.
Oh, I would have been
We did.
excited.
Yeah.
We did with my friend Michaela, who met us there.
Amazing.
You could tell where the town clock was, the shape of the building and
That's
everything. You
cool.
could tell that it was the town
Yeah.
clock.
Granny's Cafe.
Granny's Cafe was
We walked
there.
past.
I tried to get Tom to watch that, and he couldn't really get into it. I remember watching it live. I remember my mom and I were like upset. I used to go over to her house so we could watch it together.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. I just like everything about like the vibe of the area. Like I just loved that within one walk in Vancouver, we were staying in downtown. You could walk a mile and be on the seawall and like run around the seawall and see like the views of the bay and the ocean and like not the ocean, but the bay and like the Soundway and all that stuff. And then go another half a mile and be on a beach, and then walk up a little bit and like see the mountain. Like I loved that within like a 3-mile walk, you had like everything around you.
That's
and
incredible.
It was just incredibly beautiful. I don't know. I loved it. It was beautiful.
It's a great trip. Yeah.
As far as walking, I did set on what day did we leave Seattle? So on when we left Seattle,
yes, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. It was only 2 days ago. The previous 7 days, including the day we went to Seattle, I had 79 miles according to Garmin in total for 7 days between, and we didn't even run. Like we only had one run in Vancouver, and then we did that longer run hike of like 6.5 miles.
And then we did
other than that, we did like a short hike with Connor. I mean, Connor's not like, doesn't want to do anything long or like, so we did a 1 mile one and it took us 2.5 hours because it was a lot of elevation. But like we still, just from walking around the cities and stuff, got 79 miles in total with only like 16 of them being officially runs, considered like running.
So we didn't really have to do any kind of running or anything. We kind of cut that out instead of doing that, because we would have been too tired if we tried to also exercise and walk. Like it just wouldn't have made sense.
No, it would have made the hikes less enjoyable.
There was one point I was like, oh, maybe I should do some lunges or do some like the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And then we were like, aren't we supposed to like do a hike that has like 2,000 feet of elevation? And I was like, I'm not doing I'm not going to go do those lunges.
Like we did the Grouse Grind right outside of Vancouver, which is like 1.5 miles straight up.
It's like 2,500 feet of elevation, 2,600 feet of elevation for over 1.8 miles.
Yeah. And the day before we had done like 700 feet up and down straight up. Like a lot of it was straight up steps too.
Yeah.
So, because it's so steep, they built steps, and you're just going like up.
How were your legs at the end of it? Like, how are they now?
Mine were actually fine. Yeah.
I honestly am shocked.
I was surprised
how well my entire body held up.
Yeah.
I mean, I had been doing 1 full month of like cross training and strength training, like somewhat regularly.
Yeah.
And so I feel like everything held up way better than I expected. I ended up, because on the hike we did with Connor after we went, so we did the peak to peak gondola, and then we did a 1.5 mile walk up to the top of Whistler Mountain. And that was where they had a suspension bridge.
I saw that. I can't believe you didn't do it, Aaron.
No.
And it had a graded bottom so you could see right through it.
No.
I don't know if Tom would have done it.
Long.
Tom wouldn't get on the glass when we were at the Eiffel Tower. You know how like they have on like some of those glass? Like he really didn't want to do that.
There was no way. And actually a lot of the responses I got even on my Instagram were like, nope, would not. That's one of those things I wouldn't do. I'm like, yeah, no way. And then others that were like, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, no, not for me.
I would have been scared. I feel like I would have needed to do it.
I barely made it through the peak to peak gondola.
Yeah.
But then to get down from the top of that mountain, so we walked up it, but because the only way to get to that peak to like suspension bridge is on a janky ski lift that's like an open air,
like regular old school ski lift.
Where your feet are just hanging out. And I was like, that's not happening for me.
Yeah.
So that's why we hiked up it. And then Connor was like, I'm not hiking down this. So they took the ski lift, and I just straight up ran 1,200 feet down
Oh my God.
for a mile and a half. It was probably the most fun thing I've done in forever because it was
Yeah.
just straight downhill.
And it was a clean
like,
road.
An
So,
amazing view because you just have mountains everywhere, and I'm just flying down this mountain at like a 9-minute pace.
I love it. Awesome.
Just like flying.
Oh.
The ski lift was not fun.
No? Scary?
Well, because like if you're normally on it in ski season, there's snow below you.
Oh,
This
yeah.
time of year, you're just going off the edge of a cliff and it's just rocks below you, and you're like 600 feet up above the rocks with just a lap bar. And I was like, oh.
He's like, then there were these kids that barely looked like the lap bar would even hold them.
Yeah,
and
there
they
was
were
a lady with like 2 real young kids going the other way, and I'm like, I can't even watch. Like, if one of them just slips the wrong way, they're gone. Like, I can't even watch that.
Oh, God.
And that is why I did not do that ski lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we had a really fun time. I mean, I guess you can consider that training.
Yeah, I would, because
Um,
you guys do
oh,
all
yeah.
your trail runs, and yeah,
I put it all into my little coach log, and tomorrow I will jump back into my actual training stuff with my coach.
perfect.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I have a couple 70 to 75 mile long runs is where I'm at with my long runs with her right now. She did say that, we'd see how my body held up over the vacation, and maybe we would start stacking a little bit more if I was feeling good.
Gotcha.
So.
Did you say, how many miles? What did you say?
70 minutes.
70
70
minutes.
to 70. Yeah.
I
70
heard
to
75
minutes.
miles, and I was like, something seems wrong.
So 70-minute is my long run for this weekend. Although it's like a 60-minute easy with a 10-minute like finish strong kind of like.
Yeah.
So even my long runs coming up, like everything's been very easy that first month, but like almost every run now will have like Tuesday I have like hill strides. Wednesday I have like a full speed workout. And then I'll have my easy days, but then I'll also have like my long runs now have like built in a little bit of a workout. So it's like run easy for like 60 minutes, but add like this stride in the middle of it, like, or do this in the middle of it, or do a fast last mile. So like to try and help keep it interesting.
So do you guys have anything coming up for the fall that you're training for? Are you just keeping it loose?
No.
We have Hood to Coast.
Oh, yeah. Loopy, Hood to Coast, labor pains.
I haven't officially signed up for labor pains, but I was thinking about maybe doing a couple loops on it.
Nice. Who's doing Hood to Coast with you guys?
Well, Melissa Harrell is having some hip problems. It's very familiar sounding to me. So she just had an MRI recently, and she's decided that she's backing out of it in order to focus on
Good.
rehab.
Come back
But
stronger.
we're hoping we'll still get to see her while we're out there. And then Erica she actually just switched vehicles so that she could be in our van, because originally Melissa was going to be in our van and she was going to be in the other one.
Yeah, we don't have a lot planned. We're crewing Greg.
Yeah. I told my coach that I want to accrue him the 20 miles. I've chosen downhill because I'm giving Michael the uphill. And I talked about possibly picking up a long distance race, whether it be a marathon or a 50K in the fall. I'd like to get back on the trails sometime in like end of November, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds realistic.
So we'll see
Yeah.
whether or not where I'm at. I'm feeling really good. I mean, honestly, acupuncture, doing it regularly has helped. And I also think finding the correct person for me has helped. I've actually learned a lot from like when I say, well, this is bothering me, and they're like, but that's actually, and they'll show me like pictures or like show me like on the tablet how your like muscle here connects to your muscle here, and like how it all like like your back muscle connects to your hip over here. So it's actually not this muscle here that's bothering you. It's here. So they'll actually needle up top here. And all of a sudden you'll feel the release down here.
Oh,
And it's like interesting to me, like how crazily connected everything is, because they're like, we're going to work on your ankle. And then the next thing I know, they're needling like my calf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, none of this makes sense to me. But like when they put the little like electrode on it, you can feel the jolt go through to your ankle, and it like makes your ankle like do like a, and it's become where like it used to be radiating pain, like it would radiate to like my knee, and now it's very like focused pain, like only this part of my hip hurts.
Yeah.
So like as they're doing it, it feels like things are getting way more focused down into like what's actually bothering me.
Yeah. That's good.
Michael, have you decided if you're picking up a long distance fall race?
I don't know. It doesn't like labor pains counts as
Yeah.
long distance.
Well, I just more mean like, do you think you're going to do a 50 or a 100?
I don't know. I got to look at what's going on in the fall. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe probably something in November-ish after Greg's thing.
When's that horrible race you guys do? The mean one?
Rocking the Knob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably can't make that work. We were talking to actually Angie and Weckerly about it.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to. We haven't made any final decision.
When is it?
That I feel I can just jump into. Not that like I don't take it seriously, but that I'll be coming off of labor pains and Hood to Coast, so I know I'll have the fitness to do it.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm just like jumping in willy nilly to it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when I'm looking at some 50 or 50Ks, I've been looking at like ones that might have like a 62 mile with a 100K to see whether he wants to jump it. Like if we do the same race weekend, but not the same race.
Yeah. So we're all doing, I think, an okay job at training, and none of us have anything. Isn't it weird how like all of us are like, oh, we've got some Lucy type stuff on the calendar that we're kind of working towards. And we're all like, we're doing pretty good with like the training and keeping at it. But then when we all have like something actually that we're working for, we're like, the terrible. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
All of us are injured.
The other thing I actually still have on my calendar is New York City. I have not actually deferred yet. But I feel like New York is one of those things that it's so hard logistically to do everything. And I want to be able to know my body is going to be in a place where I'm going to like enjoy that race in a way where I want to fun run it and like fully enjoy it.
Yeah. And not have to struggle through it.
Yeah. I want that one to not feel as hard.
Yeah.
And I was going to take Loopy, like I'm taking Loopy seriously, but I was going to have a goal.
Yeah.
But then the whole thing with my leg and it was lingering a bit. So I don't know really where I'm at. And also it's so weather dependent with that race.
Yeah.
Because if it's like it is right now, like, it's really hot.
It's really hot. It's really hot.
Yeah. I see Aaron, like, and I know you guys are trying to keep the cats calm, but Aaron, what you're doing right now is egging them on.
Is antagonizing the cat? Oh, God.
Look how cute he is, though.
Yeah. You have very cute
Keeping
cats.
them busy. Oh, God. Speaking of these two stupid cats.
Oh, my God.
So we get to Whistle, or we're about to go for the hike. I put on my vest and go to hook up the straps on it. One of these little jerks chewed the straps apart. So I had to retie it. Mine has a thin bungee that goes back and forth for one whole thing, and it does double hookups. They chewed the bottom of it off, and it was completely disconnected. So I had to like rig it up and tie it together somehow. And I'm like, you two jackasses can't leave anything laying around. I mean, to be fair, my vest was laying there from after
yes, he
Jersey
like left
Devil.
it like sitting on the bench for
like 2 months. Because I hadn't run out.
I'm like, you know better. They killed my shoelaces and a couple pair of my boots.
Oh yeah. They chewed them off. Yeah, I go to hook up my vest to go on the hike, and I'm like, whatever.
Oh, kitties. Kitties.
So
yeah, we're all getting out there.
Yeah. Do we want to wrap up with something good?
I think we're.
Do you want to go first, or
You can go first.
we binged The Bear?
Yeah, it was awesome.
We liked it a lot. It wasn't.
I know.
It sounds familiar, and I can't.
It's a kitchen. It's a restaurant show.
Yeah, it was an
Oh,
FXX show, and
Yeah,
then
Sandy
it
Began
Yeah.
loved
was
it.
on
yes.
Hulu. Yeah,
It's the
Yeah.
one with the guy from Shameless.
Shameless. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who anybody
I've
is
been
in that
meaning
show.
to watch that one.
I feel like I've been tainted on the everybody I know loves it. It's like Succession where everybody loves it, so I can't watch it.
I hear
Yeah.
you. But it's easily
Wait, really?
bingeable.
Yeah.
It's
I wanna
easily
watch
bingeable.
Succession too.
You guys are foodies, so I feel like you'd at least
You'd really like
appreciate
it, I
it
think,
because it is very authentic from a restaurant food kind of.
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
You
that
know.
it's like amazing for that.
So yeah, we really liked it, and it's a dark comedy, but it's not too dark.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of comedy aspects to it.
So
Here's my thing, and I like a lot of like trash TV. I thought it was awesome, and I thought it was really good. Do I need to like watch it again? No. But it was really good. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
things where it's
Oh, yeah,
it was
Yeah.
excellent, but I'm like, this is not going to become like a comfort show to me. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Totally
You know,
get that.
like-
It's not like me
Like
who is
Beef.
like
for me.
stress
Like-
watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine last night
Oh my god, it's so great.
because like I needed something super like easy, bingeable,
Yeah.
like lighthearted and funny.
Like, the Bear has like some really, really funny stuff in it, but then it has like really intense parts and like deep family trauma and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's like it's very well balanced.
yeah,
Yeah.
so The Bear is my something good.
Oh, I liked it. Me next.
I mean, I can just go because everyone knows my something good is
Aw.
all basically has to do with my vacation. I'm just gonna. Michael already typed in BC. We're just gonna say all of British Columbia is now my home. I'm moving there. I started Zillowing immediately.
I love it.
We've been doing research as to like how many months we can live there as not Canadian citizens, whether we can get visas. I'm going to start a business in someplace in British Columbia so I can get a business license and move there.
American traffic signaling coming into a BC town near you.
We're like driving through this tunnel, and I'm like, "Oh, there's a project that's on that thing. Can I go look at it?" And so I looked it up on the public, the public forums and stuff like that, where they do bid advertisements and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, this is like a $4.6 billion job. This will get us by."
Yeah, that's it. That'll work.
Like we can help build a tunnel. The tunnels need lights.
Yep.
Oh god.
So all of British Columbia and everything in it is my something good.
Oh, I'm
today.
jealous. I want to go.
My something good is the Tour de France.
Oh,
We have
yes.
become big Tour de France people this year because of the Netflix documentary that
Yeah.
we watched.
It's
Was
Tour de
it-
France.
Was it the Lance
Unchained.
Armstrong one on the trans
No.
athletes?
No.
No, it was not.
It was Tour de
Thank-
France Unchained is
Yeah.
the name of it.
Thankfully, no Lance.
No Lance.
No,
No, it
Lance.
was actually a documentary on last year's tour.
Oh,
So you
great.
get up to speed on all the people in
and
it.
so then we
That's
learned
cool.
the
Yeah.
people and kind of like the intensity of it all and like how crazy this
And it's
stuff
pretty
is.
awesome to follow every
and
day.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
And so now this year they put it out just in time for this year's tour.
Oh, cute.
So now every day we watch the 25-minute recap. We throw it on live when we can.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Diana.
Oh, I guess there's was shared. So here's the thing, and that's Tom's. Here's the thing. But at my core, I think everyone knows this. I'm a hater at my core, and just honestly, Book Talk recommended me, and this is going to be controversial, and there's going to be lots of I'm going to assume lots of women as they listen to this cursing me and cursing my name because I just read It Ends With Us, and that may have been one of the worst books I've ever written. A river red.
So this is the opposite of something good.
This
is what you're telling me.
I can't, because it's all I've been able to talk about for like 2 weeks.
I downloaded it for my vacation and then I never ended up reading it. I read a couple other things, but I didn't end up getting to it.
To God, Aaron. Like, and everyone's like, it's amazing. It's incredible. All right.
Great. Now I'm going to have to go read this as soon as we get off of this call, aren't I?
It is everything about it. Okay. First, it's positioned like, it's a love triangle, blah, blah, blah. It's a domestic violence story, like the whole thing. That wasn't the problem. Here's the problem. The writing, number one. Number two, let me walk you through these characters and who they are. And you can tell a lot by who they are by their names. Atlas Corrigan.
Oh, God.
Is one of the main love interests. And you don't read that and you're immediately just
Atlas
infuriated
Corrigan.
by how bad it is.
Atlas Corrigan.
How bad it is. And then he wants to be a cook. And his trick is he turns cookies over in the oven halfway through. You can't turn a cookie in the oven over halfway through. Like, what? What are you even talking about?
If only we knew a baker that could.
So
let us know if
let's
that's
talk to,
accurate.
let's
That
talk
myth.
to Melanie.
like, I'm going to take this loose dough and flip it over.
Flip it
Get
over?
the hell out of here.
You got to
Okay.
let them cool to take them off as it is.
I also do not want to spoil a lot of it, so I'm trying to be as vague as possible. The other guy in the triangle, his name is
Nathaniel.
Ryle.
Ryle?
It's Kyle with an R. It's
oh,
Ryle.
My God. Of course it is.
And you don't think immediately that this guy's a douchebag. Like, his name is Ryle Kincaid. And the first
Oh
time
my
she
God.
sees him, he's like breaking furniture on a rooftop. Like, it's unbelievable. So then the girl's name is Lily Blossom Bloom. And
This
then
is
she's like, I know it's a bad name. Tee-hee-hee. It gets
Oh my
worse.
God.
She owns a flower shop. And
Of
you're
course.
like, that's bad, right? It's a steampunk punk flower shop where she's like, I dyed these roses purple. And now you see there's like clocks and all these metal
Oh
things.
my
And I
God.
found this boot and I put some flowers in it. Like, so again, I will be reading the sequel, and my something good is something to hate on that I'm sure people love because it's like one of the number one books right now.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
Well,
Well, before we go, one last thing.
Okay.
Jack Witzig was on Rise and Run last week. Make sure you check that out. He's talking about
How
all.
Dare you?
Yes. It was for a good cause this time. It's okay. We'll give him a pass. He's getting a pass. Jack, you get a pass. Talking about his running every town in Camden County and why he does it and all that. So
he was ours first.
yeah. And I just want to give a shout out to On the Runs also. They are putting out tons of episodes and a lot of live stuff at races and all. And it's been really fun to listen to. So shout out to those guys.
All right. I'm going to wrap us up with two quotes by notable Canadians. The first is Alexander Graham Bell, who lived in Canada for a time. He had a lot of different citizenships, actually. Alexander reminds us that a man, as a general rule, owes very little to what he is born with. A man is what he makes of himself.
Sounds like a rich guy who would say that.
He invented the telephone, if you're familiar. And then Wayne Gretzky reminds us that you miss 100% of the shots that you never take.
Michael Scott.
Thank you, Wayne. The great one.
Thank you all for listening, and we will talk later.
Bye.
Bye.